Welcome to Out of Her Mind with Kobi Pollock. Before I get into the podcast, I'd really love to ask for your help. This podcast, I am intentionally growing to be within the top 20 podcasts in Australia at the end of 2026. Now, to do that, I need your help. So I really ask if you can please like, share, subscribe, and rate my podcast so that we can make it the best. And I'd love to know, what is it that you want to hear? I want to speak into this. This is your podcast. Who do you want me to talk to? What conversations do you want me to have? How can I teach you about nervous system support, mindset, and wellness, or even just to share stories about my journey as well? Let me know. And thank you so much for being here. So, if you don't know me, my name is Kobi Pollock. I am an NLP practitioner, breathwork facilitator, mindset and nervous system coach, registered nurse, a mum of two boys, a farm mum, and a woman who burnt out in 2022 and has rebuilt her life since. This is Out of Her Mind, and it's a space where we can talk about what women are really dealing with in life. They're carrying the mental load, they're carrying the emotions, the overwhelm, the stress, the constant thinking. And this is a space where you can be accepted, you can calm, and you can learn tools to support yourself. If you're listening and you're tired, you're overwhelmed, you're feeling wired, or like your body hasn't caught up to the new year, then you're in the exact right place. This is Out of Her Mind, the slow living way. So, what I want to speak into today, this is podcast number 2 of 2026, is all around nervous system regulation. And I did get into this a little bit in the last podcast, although that was more about embodiment. This is more about our new year, how we can take care of our nervous system to move forwards into the best year possible. So I want to speak firstly about the new year. And sometimes January energy can feel too much, especially when you've already got a dysregulated nervous system. It overstimulates you. Oh my God, what do I need to plan? How do I need to do this? Like, what's the best way to do it? I need to get a diary. I need to do this and that. It doesn't work for us if we're already dysregulated. Quite often, we're taught that we need to think our way into change. You need to think about what you want to do. You need to plan it out. You need to do this and you need to do that. The thing that I've learned is that the body actually keeps the score. It's not about your goals. It's not about the planning. It's about being able to create safety within your body and come home to yourself. We don't need a new version of ourselves. We need a regulated, safe nervous system that can actually hold this change we want to create in the world. So, how do we know if our nervous system is dysregulated? And what does dysregulated actually mean? Well, it's not that you're failing. A dysregulated nervous system is one that is not functioning properly. It's not regulated, not working to the best of its ability. It is just surviving in a body that's learned to stay alert because it hasn't felt safe enough. When your nervous system is dysregulated, you spend more time in fight, flight, and freeze modes. So fight can look like irritability, frustration, anger. Flight can be overthinking, busyness, anxiety, and needing to do things to feel good enough. I need to do all the washing so that I feel like a good enough mum. I need to do all the shifts at work so I feel like a good enough nurse, or get all my paperwork done. Like, seriously, I don't know that any nurse has ever felt on top of your paperwork at work. And then freeze. So this is shut down. This is exhaustion, numbness, and procrastination. Most women cycle through these states on a daily basis without even realizing it. My work is about learning where we're at, checking in with ourselves, and teaching you how you can actually be connected to your body so that you can check in and go, okay, what do I need right now? and do those things to support yourself. So this is reality. This is what we are dealing with, most women, on a daily basis. So some statistics that I found are that studies show that over 70% of adults report feeling stressed on a regular basis. Women have higher levels of chronic stress than men, seem to want to be it all, do it all, hold it all. And we can do that, but we can only do that if our nervous system is regulated. Chronic stress keeps our cortisol levels elevated. So the cortisol levels are the levels of hormones within our body that indicate stress. Long-term elevated cortisol is linked to sleep issues, anxiety, weight changes, hormone disruptions, and burnout as well. And I know that all too well. Research in neuroscience shows that when the nervous system is in that survival mode, so fight, flight, and freeze constantly and chronically, the prefrontal cortex, which is the front part of our brain, which is responsible for clarity, logic, decision-making, it goes offline. Like it checks out. And I remember when I was burnt out to the point where I was having panic attacks, shaking constantly, regulating myself through alcohol and food as well, that I wasn't able to make decisions. It was way too much. It was way too overwhelming. Even something as simple as dinner, I went into that decision fatigue around choosing what's for dinner, decision fatigue around everything, really. So in simple terms, you lose access to your calm, wise self when your body doesn't feel safe. So what we want is to create that safety within our body. So if you yourself have been feeling foggy, stuck, reactive, it's not because you're bad at mindset stuff or keeping organized or staying on top of things. It's probably because your nervous system is doing its job a little too well and it's just surviving. So what does this dysregulation look like in a day-to-day basis for women? So a dysregulated nervous system can be, I'm tired, but I can't rest. My mind never switches off. I overthink everything. I snap and then feel guilty. I know what I should do, but I can't seem to do it. And I wonder if any of these resonate for you. I can see myself, my past version of myself, in so many of these. It can look like constant rushing, even when there's no need, feeling on edge in your own body, scrolling to numb, alcohol, drugs, food to numb yourself, needing noise to avoid silence, and this can be a big one, or feeling disconnected from your emotions altogether. They're not personality traits. It's not just who you are. They're physiological responses. When we can identify these, we can start to create that safety within ourselves, change them, and then move forwards. So we have been taught through society to fix everything with thinking, affirmations, goals, positive mindset. But when our nervous system is heightened in that fight, flight, freeze mode, thinking is part of the problem. So we're never going to fix it in the same space that it was created. Our state drives our behavior. So the way that we think creates our feelings, creates our actions, and creates our outcome. If we can change those thoughts that creates a different feeling, we change our actions and our outcomes. So it's almost like you bypass the system. If you're in survival mode, your brain is going to look for disaster. It's that negative bias. It's going to go, okay, I need to save myself right now. I need to protect myself. And so I'm going to think of all of the worst case scenario things so that if they actually happen, I'm prepared and I know what to do. This happens to me quite often if hubby's home late from work. Like, it's a great example. Or fishing. Actually, he did it the other day. He was late home. He wasn't answering his phone. And so my mind started spiraling. And this still happens to me. It started spiraling, going, oh no, he's fishing by himself. What if he's fallen and he's hit the head on the side of the boat and he's fallen out of the boat and he's drowned in the water and no one's going to know where he is or pick it up? Okay. So if I need to live just me and the kids moving forwards, am I going to be able to stay on this farm? Can I survive like living on this farm? What am I going to do for money? Like it spirals and it's ridiculous. So in that moment, it's about recognizing, okay, hang on a sec, Kobi, you're getting a bit carried away. His phone's probably just died or something. And so that is a prime example of us going down a spiral. Our brain is looking for that worst case scenario so that it can be prepared for it. And no amount of reframing helps. So that's about changing our story when the body is braced, when the body's in that survival mode. So we need to calm the body first. You do not calm the nervous system by convincing it through thinking. You calm it by showing it safety. So, what does a calm nervous system and a nervous system reset actually look like? All right, I'm going to take a deep breath. So, it's not about a single moment. It's actually a practice of returning to safety again and again and again. And just like I do this, I still have these things come up where my nervous system gets primed. The more you practice it, the easier it is and the faster it becomes. So, a nervous system reset or a calm nervous system looks like slowing the body first, a slower breath, just like what I did then. I went from speaking fast and being passionate about all this stuff to taking a moment to take a deep breath and sigh it out. It's about slower movements. You would have noticed then that my movement slowed down as well and less urgency. Safety is felt through that slowness. We want to work bottom up, not top down. So we want to go from the body to the breath to awareness and thoughts, not the other way around. We don't want to think awareness, breath, and body because that's not going to help us. We want to create predictability. So come back to this safety whenever we need to. This can look like gentle routines. This will also eliminate that decision fatigue. It's pauses throughout the day and consistent grounding practices. So slowing down, breathing, being connected to yourself, and checking in. Our nervous system loves consistency, not intensity. And signs that your nervous system is regulating itself is that your thoughts soften instead of spiraling. Your body feels actually heavier. And this is amazing when you start to notice this and you go, wow, my arms feel really heavy. Decisions are clearer. You're less reactive to things. And rest actually feels restful as opposed to sitting there. I remember going to the beach and going, okay, hun, I'm going to have some time at the beach. And I would sit at the beach going, this should be relaxing. I need to relax right now. I need to calm myself. And I wouldn't because I'd be spiraling in my head rather than being in my body. When the nervous system regulates, life doesn't become perfect, but it becomes manageable. And from there, changes are sustainable. Anyway, and then you can learn how to do it faster and easier. And this is something that I come back to time and time again with the work that I do with women. You don't heal by doing more. You heal by creating safety, slowing down, and listening to what your body has been trying to tell you all along. When women regulate their nervous systems, clarity returns and boundaries become natural. Decisions feel grounded and life starts to feel like it belongs to you again. So I want to do a little nervous system reset with you. And the main things are reviewing what we've just spoken about is that you cannot think your way into out of survival into safety. Safety is created somatically, so it's about being in that body. And regulation comes before reframing. Like I said, it's about having those thoughts that support you, feeling, so creating a great feeling that will create your action and create the outcome that you want. If you change the state or how you're feeling in any given moment, then everything down from that shifts. All right. So I want to invite you to pause with me now. If you're driving, keep your eyes open. If you're able to, pull over and do this or return to it at a later time. So I want you to place your feet flat on the floor. Feel that surface beneath you. Allow your shoulders to drop. Unclench your jaw. There's nothing else you need to be doing, nowhere else you need to be right now. Close your eyes down if that feels comfortable, or soften your gaze. And I want you to begin by gently noticing where you are without changing anything. Notice 3 sounds you can hear. Notice 2 things that you can feel to touch. It might be your clothing, your chair, the floor beneath you. And then gently notice 1 thing you can see, even if your eyes are closed. This is about your nervous system being reminded that I am here and I am safe. Now we'll bring the breath in. It's not to control it, but to guide it and be aware of it. So inhale slowly for a count of 4. In, 2, 3, 4. And exhale through the mouth for a count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's about allowing that exhale to be a little bit longer than the inhale. Now I want you to do 3 more deep breaths with me. In, out, slower exhale. Really sigh it out. And then in and sigh it out. Really empty your lungs fully. And 1 more. In through the nose, feel that coolness. And out through the mouth, that warmth, and sighing it all out. Bring your awareness to the top of your head. And then slowly allow that awareness to travel down through your face, your neck, your shoulders. If you notice tension, don't try to fix it, just notice it. Drop your awareness into your chest, your back, your arms and your belly, through to your hips, your legs, and your feet. Feel the weight of your body being held. And now I want you to either silently or out loud repeat after me. There is nothing to do. There is nothing to fix. I am allowed to slow down. This is what regulation feels like. There's no forcing. It's just that calmness. It's allowing it. So take 1 more gentle breath in through the nose. Slow, long exhale out through the mouth. And when you're ready, bring your awareness back to the room and notice how your body feels compared to when we began. Even a small shift matters. And I wonder if in this state, your decisions may feel clearer. Your boundaries may come from a place of calm, not force. And you can learn to stop pushing and instead start responding. A regulated woman does not push, she does not hustle. She listens and she responds. Now, if this episode, if anything I've spoken about today resonates with you and has landed in your body, possibly, rather than just in your mind, and you're craving more space like this, more connection like this, I want to invite you to my Out of Her Mind Bundaberg Women's event on Sunday, the 18th of January. It's from 1 till 5 p.m. It's a slow, nurturing afternoon where you can connect inwards, learn tools and techniques to support you around mindset, nervous system, neurolinguistic programming, and we'll be doing breathwork and meditation. There'll be a beautiful afternoon, and it's not about forcing, it's not about fixing, it's just about coming home together. You can find the link in the show notes or on my social media, Facebook or Instagram. And I really encourage you and ask you to please support this podcast. Subscribe, like, share, and please rate it as well. I've got really big goals for 2026, and I ask you to support me in this. It's about impact. It's about getting this out to the women that need it so that we can support each other and we can create the ripple effect within the world. I'd love to hear from you. If there's anything that you want me to speak into, any guests you'd like on the show, please reach out. Together, let's amplify this Out of Her Mind, the slow living way movement, where women can stop pushing, stop performing, and actually come home to themselves. Until next time, thank you. Breathe deep and know that you are enough.